This weekend, UFC Fight Night Dead Madalena versus PRATES takes place. It's a banger of a card, in my opinion, and finally, the European people get a goddamn present. It starts in the morning, boys. We're good. But today's video, I'm going to be telling my predictions for the card, but let's get straight into it. Start off with, we have Tai Tuivasa versus Louis Sutherland. Look, both men are on a losing streak. Tai on a considerably bigger losing streak compared to Louis, but I have Tai Tuivasa to win the fight. I have Tai to win. Solely because more experienced, and yeah, he gets gassed easy. But Louis lost his last two fights, right? And he has been absolutely gassed in the first minute of their fight. Tai got gassed in the last 5 minutes of his fight, so at least he has some sort of gas tank, right? But I don't know. Both lead on considerable losing streaks. I think whoever loses this fight is out of the UFC. That's my solid opinion. If you lose this fight, they're out of the UFC. Which I can't stand seeing Tai not win, bro. I'm a massive Tai Tuivasa fan. I've been a fan of him since his very early days of the UFC. Before he fought JDS, bro. That were prime Tai to me, bro. When he fought goddamn Andrei Arlovsky, bro. And then he went on a 3-fight losing streak. I started watching Tai then, bro. I don't want to see him lose a 7th fight and get out of the promotion. I can't see him lose this fight, bro. I have a strong feeling Tai will catch him early on, because in Louis' last fight he got KO'd by Brando Percic, right? I personally believe Louis will try and come in and Tai will just catch him with a big fuck off right hand and take him down. I really do think Tai will knock out Louis in the first round. In this fight, I am telling you now, I will put every bit of money I have. This fight is not leaving the first round. It's not. It's physically impossible to leave the first round. But yeah, I have Tai Tuivasa knocking out Louis Sutherland in the first round. Then we have the Blob. My apologies. I mean Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Percic. Now, we've not seen the Blob for quite a bit, right? Shamil hasn't fought since he last lost to, I think it were Cotto da Costa a few months ago. What card was that? I think he last fought at UFC. I think it was a fight night. What? I'm trying to. Yeah, Sarukin versus Hooker, right? That's when he last fought. I mean, I don't know, right? Because with this fight, I'm mixed. Because when he fought Dontel Mays, right? After losing to Jairzinho, he wrestled, right? He wrestled immensely and just took him down to the ground. But Acosta knocked him out in the first round, right? So Gazia couldn't even get any offense off. I personally think Percic has a good chance of winning this fight against the Blob. Solely because he's got right. Oh, yawned. My apologies. he's got some good striking. He's only won by knockout and one submission. He has been submitted once in his career before, but that was like very early career. But I don't know. I want Percic to win. I really want Percic to win, but it's Gaziev. You never know what he can do in a fight. I think Gaziev will just wrestle him, and I don't think he'll submit him. I don't think he'll submit him at all. I think it'll just be a goddamn slobber fest where Gaziev just lays on him for the entire fight, and then it just that's how it goes down in my personal opinion. But I'm picking Gaziev by decision. That's what my brain's going to. But my heart is saying Brando Percic by round 1 knockout. But I have Gaziev to win. I want Percic to win. So if I were you, I'd bet on Gaziev, but I won't be in a half a mind to bet on Percic either. But unanimous decision win for Shamil Gaziev. Then we have Marwan Rahiki versus Ollie Schmid. That shows how unknown Ollie Schmid is, bro. He has no goddamn fighter portrait. That's just sad. It's Ollie's debut into the promotion, right? Rahiki's won. Rahiki's won. You bet on Rahiki any day of the week, right? Thingy. Ollie Schmid, right? 4-2, and he's in his last fight. He beat somebody 5-5. Okay, 5-5. He beat him, right? No, wait, 5-5-3. Yeah, the guy we fought had 3 draws, bro. How is that even physically possible? If you look at his record, right? Shocking. Shocking. He beat Jeffrey Mesa 5-5-3. That's probably one of the worst records I've ever seen. Ford Gerbs debuting. Sainavat Swisrat 0-2. Dimps Gillies he lost 6-4. Dane Edge 0-0. Harry Webb 0-0. He lost to that one and all. Marwan is undefeated. And he literally didn't break off, but he dislocated goddamn Harry Hardwick's jaw, bro. Bro, Ollie's gonna die in the fight, man. Ollie's gonna die. Rahiki literally broke Harry Hardwick's jaw, right? It had to be wired shut. It had to be wired shut, bro. Do not put any amount of money on the Schmid, right? Because I do not think he's UFC caliber. I really don't. Went to the promotion 4-2 against an undefeated opponent on a main card of a fight night, debuting after beating somebody who's 5-5-3. If you put your money onto Ollie Schmid, please reevaluate your betting life, right? Please reevaluate it. Okay, because yeah, he's taller than Rahiki. So what? So what? So what if he's taller? Rahiki has way more experience. He has way more power. Obviously, how it broke off goddamn Hardwick's jaw. So yeah, I'm taking Rahiki round 2 TKO. Round 2 TKO. I'm taking Rahiki, bro. No way in hell is Schmid winning this. Round 2 Rahiki TKO. It's pretty much confirmed already, bro. Ollie Schmid, in my opinion, is not on paper. Is not UFC caliber. He's not UFC caliber to be coming into the UFC off a 5-5-3 win. That's not a credible win to boost you up to debut in the UFC on a main card of a fight night. Prelims, yes. Prelims, yes. Bear in mind, yeah, he's making the main card of people like Robert Brychek, Junior Taffer, Jacob Malkoon, Gerald Meerschaert, Corby Thickness, who's mates with Volk, Temba Garimba, who's a fan favourite, and he's making the main card over that. So, yeah, I don't believe Ollie Schmid is UFC caliber, right? So, take Rahiki round 2 TKO. Then, we have Tim Elliott versus Steve Erceg. Now, I'm at a standstill. Because Tim Elliott, right, he's won his last 2 fights, okay? He beat Sumudalji and he beat Kai Asakura. The Kai Asakura fight, to me, were mental. I could not believe Tim won. But I have Erceg winning by decision. He will not finish Elliott. He will not finish Elliott. Because Elliott's hard to... He's only lost once by KO in his entire career. But I can't see Erceg losing, right? He's back in Australia. Back being every home favourite. He's just beaten Ode Osborne to come off of the 3-fight skid he was on, right? Luckily, he didn't turn fully into Dominic Reyes, where he got KO'd multiple times in a row. No. He only got KO'd, I think it was once. Not, yeah, he only got KO'd once against goddamn Cara France. But I'm taking Steve Erceg by decision. But I do believe Elliott could win by submission. It's hard to choose, right? Because Elliott's a crafty veteran, right? We've seen crafty vets work the magic before in fights. Seen him work it against goddamn Kai Asakura, but I believe Erceg would beat Asakura. So I'm picking Usyk by decision, but I think Elliot will get him down for an entire round and try and submit him, but I don't think it'll work. That's my opinion. Elliot will get him down, but I don't think Elliot can keep him down. So I personally believe Usyk would drop Elliot and then strike with him until the decision. But yeah, Steve Usyk, 29-28 decision win. Then we have a absolute slaughter. Oh my goodness, Jesus Christ! Right, we have Beneil Dariush versus Killen Salkil. Please tell me why Beneil signed up to this fight. Please tell me. Beneil, you lost your last fight in 16 seconds. Okay, to Saladin. 16 seconds, you got flatlined. Now you're fighting somebody who's called the Minority Killer after it looked like he put Nasrat Hakparast in a goddamn coma with a head kick. Hey, maybe we'll see another veteran play and see Beneil hold down Killen. But we saw Salkins in his last fight wrestle Jamie Malarkey and prove to us, you know what, he's got decent BJJ wrestling. I think Beneil's dead. Beneil's gonna die, bro. I think this might be Beneil's. I know Beneil wants to fight more. I know he's only 36, but I personally do believe. I mean, it is. I think it is Beneil's birthday in about 2 days, right? So it'd be good for Beneil to win. Like, oh yeah, guys, I've won for my birthday. But his striking isn't too good. Yeah, he's got some good, well, decent power. Don't get me wrong. Like he dropped Montush Gamrot when they fought, but I really can't see um Beneil winning this fight in any way, shape, or form. Solely because the power Salkild holds. Salkild has so much power in both his legs and his hands. He's got the height reach, he's got the leg reach, fucking arm reach. He's got the power in his hands. He has jiu-jitsu. He has some wrestling. I think he will beat Dariush in every way, shape, and form. Dariush will try and get Salkil down. I think he'll get him down, but Salkil will get back up immediately and then TKO him on the feet. I think he'll drop him and TKO him in like round 1 or 2. This fight is a pure slaughter for Dariush. I think when Dariush fully gets, I think is Dariush still in the rankings or not? I don't think he is. He might be. But even if he isn't or not, right? I think this is Dariush's last fight. This is if Dariush gets knocked out in a brutal fashion, I think if it goes to decision and it's split, he'll stay. He'll stay. But I believe if it's a domination, he's finished. But yeah, I am taking Benil Salkilled, Jesus Christ, killing Salkilled by round 1 or 2 TKO. Finally, we have the fight you've all been waiting for. Mr. TNT versus Carlos PRATES. Now then, this fight will be absolutely insane, bro. I'm taking PRATES, right? But let me give you my reasons on why I'm taking PRATES. Okay, so to begin with, I believe PRATES holds a lot more power than Jack. He was the first person to knock out Leon Edwards. He's knocked out everybody. But, well, in all of his wins in the UFC, he's knocked people out or TKO'd them, right? He has so much power in his hands. It's unreal, right? It's unreal. Yeah, he lost to Ingara by being wrestled, but he nearly finished him in round 5. But he wanted a flashy chaos, so it didn't work. But he's 6'1", right? He's got 2 inches of height on JDM. He's got 5 inches of reach on JDM, and he has 3 inches of leg reach on JDM. In every way, shape, and form, he's taller and outreaches JDM, right? So I think he will pick him off by like outfight. He'll pick him off jabs and teeps, and then lanky left hands to catch Jack on the button, right? Jack's a close and personal boxer. He's a very up close and personal boxer, right? He went to a split decision. I don't think Jack's as good as a fighter as people make out to be. Okay, because he went to split decision with Basil Hafez. He went to split decision with Kevin Holland. He beat Gilbert Burns, but he got out wrestled by Gilbert in round 1 and 2 and caught him with lucky knee, in my opinion. Then he just beat Bilal Muhammad. Now Bilal's just Bilal. Nobody likes Bilal, and JDM's takedown defense game is remarkably good. I will give him that. But then Islam just said, you know what, brother, no wrestling, brother. You've been my friend. I beat your ass, brother, and then just wrestled him to death. But I don't think this fight will go to the ground at all. I don't think none of these men will grapple with each other. I'm picking Carlos for a round 4 TKO. Round 4 TKO for Carlos Prates. I think he will pick apart JDM with leg kicks, with kicks to the body, and with long, lanky left hands, right, from afar to catch JDM on the button. I personally believe Carlos will win this fight. JDM is not as good as people make out to be. He's a good fighter. He's a remarkably good fighter due to being rank 1. But I can't see him winning the fight. Like I said, he's an up-close and personal boxer. If you look back at his fights with Basil Hafez or with JDM, he's not got the reach. So he moves in and he jabs. He jabs to come in and he throws up-close and personal shots in dirty boxing. But we saw that trying to happen with Carlos Prates against Charles Radke. And we also what happened. Carlos launched a big fuck-off knee, which immediately took out Radke's body and just sat him down. I think if Jack tries to come in on Prates, he will fire with knees, he will fire with uppercuts and hooks to the body, and then he'll swim back with teep kicks and catch him with a left hand or a right hand on the exit. I'm taking Prates to win by round 4 TKO. So, these have been my predictions. Please let me know what you guys think. I would love to see your guys' predictions in the nation. Yeah, have a good day and goodbye.